Want to say a big thank you to CuriosityStream for sponsoring today's video.
The marathon entered the public lexicon thousands of years ago. The Persians invaded Greece, and the Athenians met them at a place called Marathon. After their surprise victory, Athens dispatched a man named Phidippides to run to Athens and tell them the good news. Legend has it he ran all the way there, declared victory, and then promptly died. Based around this legend, we've derived our modern marathon, a 42.2 kilometer run that now serves as a challenge for runners all across the world, with most major cities offering their own marathon and half marathons. So originally this challenge was going to be a half marathon challenge, but actually with little training I was already pretty close to a half marathon distance. So I decided to set my sights a little bit higher, and I want to see if I can run a full marathon. So I'm giving myself 60 days to train, and today is day one. Let's just hope I don't end up like Phidippides.
I map out my running schedule based around a 5-day-a-week schedule, which includes a 10K paced run, speed training, a long run, a recovery run, and hill training. To me, long runs are the center of my training, as it's the closest measuring stick for my marathon progression. It'll also help me to properly develop my physiological endurance, my VO2 max, and help me to build a proper strategy to effectively run my marathon. Balance and strengthening, I'm relying on weekly hill runs and speed training to build up power and endurance in my body, and tempo runs are included to help me improve my speed and boost my anaerobic threshold. Of course, with the added impact of all these runs, it's essential that I'm taking proper steps after each run with stretching and foam rolling to keep my muscles loose and mobile for the next day's work.
Oh my god!
I even add a weekly ice bath after my long runs to help with recovery. And all of this helps me see quick improvement in my speed and endurance as I start moving quickly towards marathon distance. So tomorrow I'm running 28K, that's the longest I've ever run. So to prep for that, tonight, this is my first dinner. We got carbs, and we got more carbs. I need to be filling my diet with energy-producing foods like fruits, oats, lentils, nuts, and potatoes, alongside of staying properly hydrated. Filling my body with good foods and lots of them is the only way my body's gonna be able to keep up with 70+ kilometer weeks.
So 2 days ago, I ran what was supposed to be my last long run before my marathon, and I think we might have a problem.
This is my left calf, very average chicken leg, healthy. Here's my right calf. All this bruising in here, that's from my long run. I don't know what's going on, but that's not good.
2 hours after I finished the run, my calf began seizing up. It was swollen and very, very sore, and it still is 2 days later. There is bruising now, it is swollen, and it's really hard to walk on. And I think I might have an actual injury on my hands. I'm just hoping that after a few days of icing and stretching that this will be good to go and I can run my marathon on day 60.
It wasn't. So I go to meet with physiotherapist Ian Prairie to see what my next steps should look like.
So it's a really common thing if you think about when you get to the heaviest volume, just about to taper, then they get hurt. It's very common in running to have that type of thing happen, and it has to do with the repetitive loading and the stress and the strain. But the thing is, like, you're finding that your cardiovascular is what you think you're training for. The reality is you're also training your bones, you're training your ligaments, you're training your muscles, everything, and that's a little bit more like the monster in the closet. You don't really know it's there until it jumps out. Unfortunately for you, it's in the calf. Yeah. So from here, we got to figure out how do we expedite this process a little bit, how do we get you a little bit stronger. You might even find it's a little faster and more comfortable out there as well.
Ian's diagnosed me with a calf strain with a 4 to 6 week recovery time, which unfortunately means my 60-day target is shot. But I still want to keep pushing, heal up, and reach my marathon goal. In my downtime, I book a training session with running coach and Olympic marathoner Kerry Nelson to see if there's a way for me to improve my form and reduce my risk of re-injury.
Let's try one where you're going to run, like it feels like crazily short steps, like you're thinking, and also trying to land more on the front of your foot. And then, so we'll try that. We'll just see what it's like, just so you can see what it's like. Your upper body running technique is good, like you're not, there's not a lot of wasted energy this way, and there's not a lot of twisting. And when you're landing, you have a little bit of overpronation, but not too much. This is where we can see where you're landing on the heel. So this is where you're landing there, you're landing like maybe 10 inches in front. So it's quite a distance. So that means that when you're landing that way, you've got a bit of a shock wave going up into your body, okay? So when you focused more on landing on your forefoot, and then you could see that you were landing you were landing almost much closer underneath your body. So that was quite an improvement, and that was just focusing on increasing your cadence and also landing more on your forefoot, and that did make a difference. Over a marathon, that's a lot of footsteps with less impact, and also should help you run faster as you build this technique into your running forms.
With 8 weeks of rest and some valuable direction on my technique, I slowly start my training again with a hyper-attentiveness towards my calf, and taking every caution possible to avoid re-injuring myself. And after a couple paranoid weeks, I feel like I'm back to full speed. Okay, we are out here in the middle of nowhere. We've mapped out our route, and today's the day I'm running this marathon. Finally, this is taking way too long, but it's very cold. The only thing I'm worried about today is that my calf holds up on the run. I should be pretty good. I'm ready to do some warm-ups, and then let's go. My plan is to take the first hour of the run very slowly and try to ease my body into the run and allow it to adapt to the impact. Okay, I'm good. I'm not running in an event marathon because I want to be able to film the process easier. So I brought 2 friends with me to spot me and help me film the run. 6 kilometers in, feeling good, feeling fresh. My body's warmed up, which is nice. So far, so good. 36 more kilometers to go.
Here, give it to me.
Thanks, buddy.
How you feeling? You good?
My calf's a little bit tight, but nothing serious.
Oh no.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, buddy. By the 12-kilometer mark, my body feels warmed up, and I begin to increase my pace, making good time all the way past the halfway marker of the race. Starting to feel that impact of my feet hitting the ground over and over and over and over again. My left leg's really starting to hurt, so I'm just gonna pause and stretch it out a little bit. All right, let's keep going. The discomfort in my left leg keeps increasing, and it forces me to stop and stretch it every few kilometers.
How you doing, buddy?
By kilometer 35, I'm really hurting. My body is so cramped up. I got 5 kilometers left, and my body is so cramping. Ow! My left leg just hurts every step. Oh, 5K, that's it, 5K. At this point, my brain is making every excuse possible to get me to stop running and quit. It feels like I just get slower and slower and hurt more and more. And it really doesn't feel like I'm getting that much closer. Every step hurts.
There he is. How you doing? You got 1 kilometer left.
My feet hurt. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to finish. I'm ready to be done, buddy.
We got snacks at the end. It's coming.
Let's go. Right here, baby. Oh my gosh. Hey. Oh, buddy. Ow. Oh my gosh. Buddy. Let's go. Ow.
Is your calf acting up?
No, I'm just in pain everywhere. I feel accomplished, but it hurts. It hurts a lot. Oh my gosh, I just want to eat.
And 42.2 kilometers in 4 hours, 9 minutes, and 40 seconds, which I am very, very happy about, seeing as I had an injury and my training was condensed. I am very, very proud of that time. I eventually would love to get under 4 hours in an official event, but for now, yeah, I'll take that for sure. My biggest takeaways from this challenge were just how big of a gap it is from half marathon to marathon. Obviously, it's double, but I was able to run a half marathon pretty quickly and pretty easily. I ran it on probably 5 weeks of training, and I timed at 1 hour and 45. Whereas I feel like every long run, once I got past 26 kilometers, I was just hurting. Everything was painful, tired, wanting to quit, all of that stuff. So props to anyone that runs marathons, because it is not easy. But I totally get it. The feeling after you cross that line and you overcome that chunk of just absolutely hating your life and experiencing so much pain, that high you get, oh my gosh, that is rewarding. So I'm very, very glad that I was able to complete this challenge, and I'm looking forward to signing up for a marathon in the near future and running with a bunch of other people, because I could probably use that runner's high. But yeah, that is it from me. Before I go, I do want to thank CuriosityStream for sponsoring today's video. A subscription streaming service that offers thousands of documentaries and nonfiction titles from some of the world's best documentary filmmakers, including exclusive content that's strictly for the platform. It's founded by John Hendricks, the founder of the Discovery Channel, and CuriosityStream is actually the first streaming service devoted solely to educational content. As soon as I logged on and I saw that they had an entire section just for David Attenborough's content, I was sold. After a run, when you're suffering doing foam rolling and stretching, putting on a good nature doc serves as some much needed relaxation. CuriosityStream also has content covering aviation, economics, physics, and health and wellness, as well as so much more. So if you're not as into nature porn as I am, then they've got you covered too. It's available worldwide and on platforms like Roku, iOS, and Android, as well as their mobile site. You can get unlimited access starting at just $2.99 a month or $19.99 a year. And they've actually hooked it up for our audience, so the first 30 days are completely free if you sign up at CuriosityStream/GoalGuys and use the promo code GoalGuys during the sign up process. The links are all in the description, so head on over and check that out. Thanks again for watching, guys, and a special shout out to those of you guys who support us on our Patreon. We post extra content over there, so if you're interested in that and you want to support the channel, you can head over there. And yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.